These world disasters changed everything forever. When you look back on a decade in which superstorms, wildfires, disease outbreaks, and monster earthquakes have taken unbelievable tolls all over the world, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the magnitude of the problem. However, learning from every disaster, every time is critical. Every time, the world can respond more effectively by drawing on precious experiences and avoiding previous mistakes. In this video, we'll take a look at 8 world disasters that changed everything. Number 8. Typhoon Haiyan 2013. This Category 5 super typhoon hit the Philippines with wind speeds nearing 200 miles per hour, making it the strongest cyclone ever recorded. Haiyan was going to be lethal no matter what. However, the magnitude of the disaster was difficult to comprehend. The storm surge, which reached more than 20 feet in some areas, stunned the world. It swept through densely populated areas, including the major city of Tacloban, wreaking havoc. Around 7,000 people were killed, and over 4 million were displaced as a result of the storm. Number 7. West Africa Ebola Outbreak. The deadliest Ebola outbreak ever recorded. The outbreak started in Guinea and quickly spread to Sierra Leone and Liberia, wreaking havoc on urban areas. Over the course of 2 years, Ebola killed over 11,000 people, accounting for roughly 40% of those who became ill. The world was shocked by the outbreak's timeline and scope, and developed countries were concerned for their own safety. Ebola cases had even reached the United States and Europe. The international community stepped in to support local efforts. Concerns about the disease's timeliness prompted a greater focus on vaccines and treatments, some of which are now being used to combat the current outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Number 6. Nepal Earthquake 2015. This magnitude 7.8 earthquake devastated much of the country and brought down tall buildings in Kathmandu, the capital. Because of Nepal's poor infrastructure, the earthquake was especially dangerous, but the timing was fortunate because it was a Saturday afternoon. Many people were outside their homes. It is believed that the death toll of nearly 9,000 people could have been much higher. Because of Nepal's mountainous terrain, it was difficult to reach remote areas, leaving many of the injured stranded, while rescue workers struggled to reach them. Number 5. Hurricane Harvey 2017. Harvey was a Category 4 storm with winds of 130 miles per hour at its peak. But the storm taught us an important lesson. The most dangerous part of a hurricane is the water, not the wind. Harvey dumped trillions of gallons of rain on the southern coast, causing flooding in places that scientists expect to see only once every 500,000 years. Tens of thousands of people were displaced, critical access to healthcare was disrupted, and 88 people were killed. Number 4. Hurricane Maria 2017. When Hurricane Maria hit Dominica and then Puerto Rico, it left destruction in its wake. Both countries were plunged into darkness, with Puerto Rico experiencing it for up to a year in some areas. The storm drew special attention to Puerto Rico's status as a U.S. territory. For months, 3.4 million people in one of the world's most developed countries were without power. Power outages are also thought to have played a role in many of the 3,000 deaths attributed to the storm. Furthermore, federal assistance has been and continues to be delayed, raising concerns about unequal treatment. Number 3. Cyclone Idai 2019. The Category 3 storm hit southern Africa in March of this year, wreaking havoc in Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. 1,300 people were killed, infrastructure was destroyed, including many health facilities, and agricultural land was flooded with salty water. While all 3 countries face economic and other challenges, severe tropical storms of the type that regularly ravage the Caribbean have historically not been a problem in southern Africa. Idai made it clear that as the climate changes, sub-Saharan African countries must be aware of tropical storms and have protective measures in place. Number 2. Global Wildfires 2019. Slash and burn agriculture caused massive, devastating wildfires in both the Amazon and Indonesia, sickening hundreds of thousands and destroying the world's most valuable forests and rainforest lands. The fires pitted palm oil farmers and beef ranchers against the international community, bringing up the issue of how to meet individual needs while fighting climate change and conserving valuable land. And months after the Camp Fire in California killed 85 people and sent shockwaves across the country, A slew of wildfires raged across the state, displacing hundreds of thousands and threatening a future of large-scale climate-fueled blazes. Number 1. COVID-19. COVID-19 is just one of many global threats to our survival. Previous pandemic warnings were frequently ignored, despite mounting evidence that countries were required to prepare for one. Life as we know it has unraveled faster than we could have imagined all over the world. In a few countries, the spread of COVID-19 is slowing, providing a ray of hope. However, the socio-economic impact on the world's most vulnerable people is deteriorating. Millions of people living on the streets, in slums, or in overcrowded refugee camps face bleak prospects. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you with another interesting video.